Schlurmann Zimark present trimming and crosscut line for strip up to 20 millimeters thick and 2,600 millimeters wide. Before going over to the trimming and crosscut line at Namascor in Holland, let's take a look at the drawing. Here the entry group, with payoff reel, coil opener and counterbending system, double pinch roll unit, and leveler number 1. The shear group, comprising entry pinch roll unit with vertical roll set, rotary trimming shear with scrap chopper, pinch roll unit with vertical roll set, and flying crosscut shear. Piler for second grade plates with preceding pinch roll unit. Leveler number 2 with automatic entry system and leveling roll bending device. Piler for top grade plates divided up into 3 piling groups. And at the end of the line, the center delivery table for the piled material. But now over to Namascor in Holland. Most of the coils are brought to the works by ship and are transported by a 52-ton crane to the coil store, which has a capacity of about 15,000 tons. The coils are transferred from the store to the entry group of the trimming and crosscut line. From there, the strip runs to the shear group with rotary trimming shear and flying crosscut shear. After cross-cutting, the plates are separated from one another on conveyor belts. Ahead of leveler number 2, second grade plates can be piled. The longitudinal piler takes over all top grade plates and stacks them continuously. The piler has a carriage for each of the 3 piling groups, which can be withdrawn to the left or to the right. We shall now take a closer look at the operating sequence. The coil car places the coils, which weigh up to 45 tons, onto the payoff reel drum. The counter support is swung into position. The payoff reel is moved into line center. After expansion of the reel drum, the pressure roller is swung in and the coil car retracted. The coil is turned so that the leading end of the strip can be bent upwards by the coil opener. With the aid of the counterbending system, the strip is threaded into the double pinch roll unit and leveller number 1. The pinch rolls are lowered onto the strip and the counterbending system is adjusted. The entry group is designed in such a way that the strip, in this case 20 millimeters thick, can be rewound onto the payoff reel after the required number of plates have been cut or for inspection purposes. The line is therefore not only suitable for steel plants but also for processors such as steel service centres and so on. The versatility of the line also permits the cutting of teardrop and checker plate strip. Here the control operations are initiated and monitored. Before the strip runs out, the pressure roller is raised and the reel drum contracted. At the same time, the strip back tension is cut out. Ahead of the rotary trimming shear, the strip, with a maximum width of 2,600 millimeters, is passed over a buckling table to facilitate alignment of the material to the center of the line. Use is made here of plastic rollers to ensure surface protective transport, especially in the case of cold roll strip. The strip enters the shear group at a maximum speed of 30 meters per minute. The material leaves the rotary trimming shear. The strip is guided laterally by vertical rollers. Strip entry into the pinch roll unit ahead of the flying shear. Here a view back over the rotary trimming shear towards the first leveller. In this shear, the strip is held down in the middle by a roller and on both sides by roller bridges. The strip, with a maximum thickness of 20 millimeters, is trimmed accurately on both sides by the circular knives. In the foreground, the knife drums of the scrap chopper. Operating continuously, the knives cut up the two trimmings into appropriate steel furnace sizes. A switch enables two scrap bins to be filled alternately. The pinch roll unit ahead of the flying shear is fitted with a gauging roller for measuring the pre-selected plate length. The flying shear cuts the moving strip into the pre-selected length. This shear cuts from below. On the main control stand, the line operating speeds for the entry and run-out sections are selected in accordance with the respective strip thickness. 3 programs are available for pre-selection of the plate lengths and plate quantities. Beyond the flying shear, the plates, up to 18 meters in length, are transported with full surface protection on leather-coated plastic belt conveyors. The line operating speed here is about twice as high as in the entry section, amounting to a maximum of 60 meters per minute. Leveller number 2, precise indication of the levelling roll screw down, as well as indication of the settings for levelling roll bending and for the automatic entry system. Rough indication of the levelling roll screw down. The levelling rolls are pressed by sets of springs against the backup rolls, thus ensuring constant contact. Here we see the spring sets for the upper levelling rolls. On the entry side, the hydraulic cylinders for actuation of the levelling roll bending system. Hydraulic cylinders on the bottom levelling rolls for actuation of the automatic entry system. From leveller number 2, the top grade plates are passed to the longitudinal piler. The following shots were filmed in slow motion. In the piler, the plates are transported by rollers mounted in swing-out guides. The rollers ahead of the piler are rubber-coated to ensure optimum protection of the plate surfaces. This, as well as other measures, helps to cut down the noise level considerably. In the piler, the plates are deposited accurately by the roller swing-out guides onto the piling carriages below. The 3 piling carriages are located on hydraulically operated lifting tables. They are lowered automatically in accordance with the plate thickness and moved out sideways on reaching their lowest position. Depending on the plate length, the piling carriages can be traversed individually or jointly. The maximum piling height is 400 millimeters, the maximum pile weight 20 tons per carriage. The design of the line, from the entry group to the piler, enables all grades of strip, including non-magnetic material, to be cut into plates. The plate piles are conveyed to the store for tying and marking. Operating on a 2-shift basis, this particular line handles an annual output of about 250,000 tons, but we also build plants of this type for much higher throughput capacities. The plate stacks can not only be removed sideways from the piler, but also in the direction of the line. The shear line has an overall length of more than 100 meters. The command signals given on the control desks are converted in the control station for the corresponding drives. This line, supplied by Schlürmann-Siemag with all the requisite mechanical and electrical equipment, is the first in the world for trimming and cross-cutting strip up to 20 millimeters thick and 2,600 millimeters wide. The cold tensile strength of the material ranges up to 85 kilograms per square millimeter, which means that tube-grade strip can also be processed without difficulty. New possibilities have been opened up, especially for plate producers, since much thicker plates than hitherto can now also be made economically from strip. All the advantages afforded by strip rolling are utilized here. Since 1950, Schlürmann-Siemag have built over 200 shear lines for hot and cold rolled strip and plate, the unique experience gained by the company in this particular sector will prove invaluable to every customer.